if you're watching this video, that means that I've been murdered. And I think I know which one of you did it. Mr. Plow, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow. Okay. Did everybody do their homework and watch Marge versus Itchy and Scratchy last night? Should we talk about it? Sure, why not? There's this scene where after Marge gets them canceled, the creators switch it so that Itchy and Scratchy Itchy and Scratchy are nice to each other, and they have these big eyes, and their voices change. They're like really, I love you, Itchy. I love you, Scratchy. And it was the funniest part of the episode. Oldest boy laughed. I laughed. It was funny. Something I didn't remember from that episode, but it was really good. And overall, I don't know. It was exactly how I remember that episode being. Okay, so let's talk about why The Simpsons resonates with people. I think it was one of the first to do it as far as adult cartoons. We connect to the characters because they are truly a family that loves each other and cares for each other, but they're crazy and they're wild and weird things happen. And so at the bottom of all that craziness, you can still feel the connection between the characters. And I think that really helps drive this story. My daughter once said when we were watching The Simpsons, she's like, why is their family so crazy? And I said, well, every family is crazy, but there's just, you know, I don't remember what I said. It was something like, every family's crazy, but we all love each other, and that's the most important part, just like The Simpsons. And there you go. Another quick story is my brother and I would watch The Simpsons in the basement, and my mom would sometimes come down and play on the computer in the background. This is when we had the one computer in the basement, and my brother always said that with every Simpson episode, you're gonna laugh out loud at least once. And she'd be like, no, that show's stupid. I don't know why you guys watch it. And we're like, we like it. It's funny. She's like, it's stupid. Probably didn't use stupid, but I don't know, maybe she did. I don't know. But I remember we were watching one episode and she had her back to the TV playing her card games on the computer, and there was some random joke and we just hear her like a little laugh, and I just remember my brother being like, it was kind of like a gotcha moment, like, you laughed! I don't know. It's funny. One computer, right? In the basement? That's awesome. I don't know. Simpsons have brought, it's something that we can always talk about, as far as I can pretty much talk to anybody about Simpsons and instantly know that I like them. And I don't know, where else was I going to go with that? Oh, I was going to tell you about when I was in Los Angeles. So we lived in LA for a while, and it was the year that the Simpson movie came out, and it was a magical time to be in Los Angeles because they had switched all the not all of them, like 7 of the 7-Elevens in the area. I lied. I think it was only 7 7-Elevens in the United States that they switched from 7-Eleven to Quickie Mart, and they sold specific Simpson style products like Homer's Donuts, Buzz Cola, Krustios, which I don't know why I never got a box of Krustios. You know, they might have been all out. But during that time, I remember, like, I would be on set, and then on weekends, I'd be like, let's go to the Quickie Mart and pick up a bunch of stuff. And there's always, like, lines there, but they had characters all around the store that you could take pictures with, so I have a bunch of pictures with it. But I just remember that being such an exciting time, and then going to the premiere at the theater, and it was packed full of fans. Whoa, spacing out a little bit. Overall, I don't really love the Simpsons movie, but it has all the things that I love in it. So it has, you know, it's a Simpsons movie, and it has Green Day as the opening musical act, which I love Green Day. So that was good. But I don't know, there's something about that movie that just doesn't connect with me. I feel like my kids like it a lot more than I do, and there's some parts that are funny, and it tries to connect in an emotional way, but I don't know, it's not structured as a Simpsons episode. I think that's the biggest thing, is that where it starts out, you know, the Simpsons usually have their A story, or the conflict between two of the characters, and then there's some sort of B character or B story, and that can be, you know, it can be a Homer and Marge episode, and then Bart and Lisa have a B story on the side. But with the movie, they're trying to jam everything into that A story and blend it in, because it's a movie and that makes sense. Like, I think that structure works for the 20-minute episode, but for the movie, it's a little tougher to do that, where they have, you know, Lisa and her love interest is kind of like a B story. Bart and Ned are kind of like a B story, and then Homer's Odyssey is like the A story, and there's conflict between pretty much everybody in Homer. I think on paper it makes sense, but I don't know, it just doesn't translate to the screen. Hopefully they'll make another one, give it another shot. But like I said, with Who Shot, it's tough, because like Who Shot Mr. Burns would be a good, that's a good two-parter. The Herb episode was a good two-parter. There's the Sideshow Bob. You know, they have years of different episodes that Hank Scorpio could have been, which they kind of went off of that with. If you're not a Simpson fan and you're watching this, I applaud you, because this has to be going over your head a little bit. All right, have a good day. Thank you for joining me for Simpson Week. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, the Abominable Snowman.